It is currently the 12th of November, 2015. Meteorologist Robert Spena here with you once again. I know it's been what seems like about 2 weeks since my last video update. One of the main reasons for this, the tropics have been exceedingly quiet. Also, I have been exceedingly busy. Many of you may have seen me in Manila actually last weekend, and I want to thank everyone to start off this video that came. The Westpac Weather Meet and Greet. That's what we call it, a meet and greet. And more or less, it is just some of us getting together, talking about the weather scenario out here in the Western Pacific and Eastern Asia. Really a lot of networking, but also in the past, we have also done these conferences, and this year we kind of laid back on the conferences, but I do think next year going to try to make it a little bit more serious. We're going to get back to that aspect, and also one of the big topics was doing it in Manila, and also Cebu, that is. So next year I think is going to be a big year for us. This year was much more casual, but everyone that came absolutely stoked, and we had some great conversations. A lot of talk about Haiyan, a lot of talk about Patricia, the comparison between those two, about all the Dvorak talk as well, and it was just a very active day. So once again, thanks guys. Furthermore, actually today, here on this Thursday, Westpac Weather was featured at a United Nations event with the World Meteorological Organization on climate change, and it really did inspire me personally. I'm just showing a satellite picture, but I do want to make mention of this because I think I'm going to try to put more climate change, more global warming information on the website, because there's something that all of us can do together to really try to improve our situation here with it all relates back to weather, by the way, guys. We do have the storm systems out here, and global warming, in fact, is making storms stronger. I mean, we've had several record-breaking storms out here over the past several years that just topped the scales. And it really is kind of scary in some aspects, and it is something that I think that as a humanity as a whole needs to kind of work on it. So these are some things to keep in mind. But all right, 2 minutes into the update, I haven't touched on any weather yet. So let's just talk about this really quick here. Well, we do have a few areas out here. We even have a little bit of an invest area well towards the east, actually right in this location. That's invest 95W. Honestly, I don't see much coming out of it. Too much dry air. Really filtering in from the north. Look at all this dry air, and this is just not enough convection, and actually more so too much convection going on down here south of 10 degrees latitude. North of it's very dry. If you had one big blob in this entire area, I'm talking about like a big area back here towards the east, and we've seen that in the past with Haiyan or Bofa this time of year. Way back towards the east, lots of convection. Yes, I would raise red flags on it, but right now I'm not seeing that type of formation in the cloud cover. So really not too much to talk about there. Take a look at our Meteo Earth app and some of the model guidance. This is with the ECMWF, and really at this time, let's even scroll ahead here out towards Monday and Tuesday, where you think you could see some convection flare up based on what this is forming down here, and we really don't see anything. We have a little bit of an area of low pressure near Chuk, but overall I think that's more so just associated with the overall low pressure here down near the equator. We just have those northeasterly winds coming in from the north with the latest cold surge, and if anything, that's just going to tear apart any development of any tropical systems, because those northeasterly winds pretty much stay in place. So that's basically an El Nino year for you, by the way. This time of year, we're going to have the Westpac high a little bit farther towards the east and a little bit farther towards the south. Do expect the Siberian high to really start to work its way in. It's taking its sweet old time, but that's typically what happens with El Ninos. But right now, you can see that high pressure is back here towards the east, but also stretching out all the way towards the southern Japanese islands, and that's all the dry air I'm continuing to talk about that's really setting in place. But with the movement of our jet stream farther down here towards the southeast, we're going to be seeing these storms really work their way in that way as well. Back towards the north, a lot more action going on than the tropics at this time of year. Really, we have one low just off the eastern seaboard of Honshu, and that's going to continue to roll towards the east. But westerly flow around the high pressure that is down here towards the south and towards the north, that's going to continue to pump in that moisture. So much of Kyushu, you're going to be looking at showers starting on Friday. This is all coming in out of China, though, as a separate low-pressure area. Already bringing some showers there. That'll work its way into the Korean Peninsula, and eventually over there towards western Japan by Saturday into Sunday, moving its way into Tokyo. And I think this is going to be one of those big rainmakers, really. If you have outdoor plans on Saturday and Sunday, you may want to take this into consideration. personally, I do have outdoor plans on Saturday, so I'm not too thrilled about this forecast. It's not going to be very happy, very pleasant. I don't expect very heavy rainfall, but not a great outdoor day. I mentioned before, this is all being associated with the upper level jet, and it is actually dipping down here. When I say dipping down, I'm talking about it going farther towards the south. And when that happens, we get some cold air spilled in. When that happens, we're talking about the threat of snowfall, specifically off here towards northeastern China, even towards the Korean Peninsula. But look at Japan. I know a lot of skiers are waiting for it. Personally, myself as well. I'm a big skier, so yeah, this is going to be something we're going to be talking about over the coming months, and it does look like as we head into the coming weekend, we got a pretty decent snow event going on there. It's lots of snow off towards Hokkaido, even some getting down towards Nagano and Niigata, which is some good news. Some of the first slopes could be opening up in the near future, and then by Tuesday and Wednesday, by the way, another low, really potent one moves through, and it does look like our first major sea effect snow event really starts to kick in for Japan. So by the 20th, I do expect a lot of snowfall in some of the higher elevations out there. For now, that is all I got, guys. That's all I got going on out here in the Western Pacific. I know it's been a while since I made my updates, so how about giving me some feedback? I want to hear something from you guys, something in the comment section. Stay safe out there, and as always, thanks for watching.